Hi and welcome to Troll Market Tarot. This is the grand opening, and there are some ground rules first you should know. First of all, English is not my native language, so there was going to be a lot of, ooh, I don't know this word in English, and then I'm going to have to think, and there's going to be a lot of umming and ahhing. Also, I am not big on the whole talking thing. People who know me will be very surprised by this because I do very little other than talk non-stop very fast in day-to-day life. Here I have found I've done some practice videos actually to see what it's going to be like, and I've found out that I can't sit around for like an hour spinning out the tale because, and this is kind of important to me, these are general readings. If I have one pile, a lot of people might pick that pile, and if I then go into specifics, but also if I go into specifics, it's going to be too specific. It's not going to be valid for everyone. But if I am too vague, then the reading could be for just about anyone. So I'm going to try to find a nice middle ground for my readings. Yeah, that's important to know. I don't consider the future to be set in stone. So any reading you get, that's more of a hint. What are you aiming towards right now? And if you change your behaviors, you can change what's going to happen. Or that's my belief. Also, I don't like the idea that everything is set in stone, because if it was, I'm also not a big fan of what we can refer to right now as toxic spirituality, where it is everything that happens to you is something you chose. That attitude, that belief, in my opinion, is harmful. It's more or less downright dangerous, because if everything that happens to me is something I wanted to happen or something I asked the universe for, then that also means that when you see someone suffering in life, you don't have to help them because they chose it. If you help them, you're ruining their chosen experience, and maybe that's a lesson they had to go through. See how that's kind of dangerous? You have someone in an abusive relationship and you don't offer support because they chose that. Or you have someone who has abusive parents and you don't help because they chose that. Or you have someone drunk driving and they might kill someone, but you don't stop them because they chose that, and so did the victims. It is dangerous, literally dangerous, to think that way. Also, the whole idea that everything's supposed to be a lesson, yes, of course. Most things are supposed to be lessons, but the fact is we don't know what the lesson is priming us for. We don't know what we're supposed to learn until we learn it, and until then we'll keep repeating the same things. But it could be something so very minor, something completely different than what we think. So I'm hoping we will together be able to shed some light on those things, is my hope. I chose the name Troll Market Tarot because if you've read a book or watched a movie, if you've seen, for example, Harry Potter, Diagon Alley, or Stardust, where they have the marketplace, the first thing pretty much when you cross the hedge, or Hellboy 2 with the Goblin Market. In almost every fantasy, or fairy tale for that matter, where someone enters another world, they introduce it through the Goblin Market, the Bazaar of the Bizarre, or the Troll Market, to really drive home that you've crossed the threshold now. This is not the ordinary world, this is something else. And I like that idea. Also, I'm a big fan of trolls, especially Scandinavian forest trolls. They're my favorite. I'm a big fan of trolls. So Troll Market Tarot does not mean internet troll. It means forest troll. And you are welcome. Here, I'm hoping that I'll be useful. Also, I have a few other, I'm going to introduce just my tools here because I feel like it, because I'm not going to sit in every video and go, and this is the deck that I blah 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 blah. If you're interested, then this is the video to watch. You'll find out everything. If you're not interested, you just go straight to the reading videos, and that's fine too. Now, these are the only decks I will be using at present moment. I've actually designed one myself, but I can't draw, so I'm gonna have to wait until I can afford to make that happen, or find an artist and we can do like a Kickstarter or something, I don't know. Anyways, so the first one, this is my Heindel Tarot. It was my first deck. I bought it when I was 17, I think. Yeah, 17, so 23, almost 24 years ago. I'm a bit older than the norm. This is my baby. This is my favorite. I know you shouldn't do favorites, but this is my favorite. It's, yeah, just to have that one introduced. This is, I don't really use this as a divination tool. I use it as a meditation tool. Because, like, let's say, for example, this card, the Green Maid. The green fae speak to you. Let them guide you to safety. That's not a divination message. That's not a this is going to happen message. It is a think about this, ponder this, what does it mean for you? So it's more of a meditation tool. This is my preferred, I've found, deck for the deck selection process. I love using this one for that. And then we have the Garden Dragon Oracle. I will be putting links to these because these, I love these things. I actually bought them mainly for the art. I don't consider these divination cards either. They're more, I use them as advice cards. So, for example, Watermelon Dragon Success. That could be a future message, but I'd more use it as celebrate your successes. See your successes, see how far you've come, sort of thing. We have, I don't know, Raspberry Dragon with kindness, and that would be an advice in the situation to be kind. Tea Dragon says relax, so that would advise you to relax. That's how I use these. And then we have this, also one of my favorites actually. My mother gave this to me. It's a Swedish deck. So all the print is in Swedish, but that won't really matter because I'll still, you know, introduce and describe the cards. I love the colors. Every single card has a unicorn in, like, well, or more unicorns, but it's unicorn based. I'm getting a lot of suns here. Yeah. And then we have this one. Oh, I don't actually, I'll link it. I don't remember the name. Stephanie something. It's an artist I was very fond of when I was young. She must have been active for a very long time. But it's a beautiful deck. I love it very much. And so I use it. I was so happy when I found out that she had actually put out a tarot deck, because I wanted her art, but I'm not big on art. So this is the perfect format for me. And then we have another gift from my mother. Another Swedish deck. I know it exists in English print as well, but I wanted it in Swedish because, well, as you probably figured out, I am Swedish. It's a lot of aces randomly there. Yeah. I haven't used this one very much, as you can probably tell, because it's very clean, very smooth, very unused. But that's about to change. Okay, and then we have this one. I bought this when I went on vacation last year. I forgot to bring a deck, and I knew I wanted one with me. So I went in and I bought this one. And then I kind of asked it how it felt about being my business deck. Because, frankly, as you may have noticed on the other ones, they're really beautiful. Like, really beautiful. This one, I don't personally find beautiful in that way. It's effective. It has clear art. So it's a good deck. But this is my business deck. And when I asked it, it actually gave me the sun as well. So we agree. This is my business deck. And then there's this one. It's also, as said, links will be, I think this is anime, I guess. I think. And it's also fairly recent. And that's really all the decks I have. So with just those, we're going to be doing this. We also have these guys. I am so incredibly proud of these. These are runes. They are made from moose horn that I myself sliced into little discs. And then I carved them and painted them with a very cozy mix of blood, snow, and ashes. Because that means they've been blooded, they're mine. And I'm very proud of those since I made them myself. Whoops! And because of that, I'm gonna throw them on the floor. Because, you know, that's always nice. I should probably see what that one was. Okay. So progress, movement, partnerships are... Is this going to be a partnership? I don't know. Now, some other ground rules I was going to say. You're never going to see me with nice nails. You're never going to see me with nice hands. First of all, I'm 40, almost 41 years old. So I have these, you know, wrinkles and stuff. I'm an old person. Also, I work as a mechanic. And I work as a welder. So even if I fix my nails, which I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to stay clean so that it's less unpleasant to watch at least. But most of the time, I'm not going to have nice, clean, pretty hands. If that's a problem, you know, maybe I'm not for you. Also, another thing that's a bit different here is in deck selection, there's never going to be like pretty stones and stuff laid out on the decks, because it is, I feel, a bit risky. If I put these here, and then let's see, what do we got? We got there we go. Now you can pick whichever one appeals to you most, but that's going to mean that you pick the prettier stone. Not necessarily, but the risk is always there that I like looking at this stone and so it calls to me. I don't like looking at that stone, so it doesn't call to me. And if then, no. Basically, no. I don't believe in selecting on appearance. I believe in selecting on what actually calls to you. Also, I know that can be tricky. Sometimes if you choose intuitively and you pick the wrong deck, sort of thing, is that then me being a bad reader, you being a bad selector, or just, you know, a mishap? Might there have been a reading for you? I have a trick for this. When I watch readings, I usually just look at the piles and then I go, oh, I want number 1, which I did today. I want number 1, and then I'll get either a dice, a 4-sided dice, of course. 5 would be the ideal. Or I go to a random number generator online, and then I enter 1 to 5, so that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there is no reading for me here. And for me to actually watch a reading after doing that, it has to correspond. So the random number generator or the die, if I say I want pile 1 and it says pile 3, then I'm not watching this reading. If I say I want pile 1 and the number generator or the die says, yeah, pile 1, then I'm going to watch that. Because the chances of my brain and a random number generator selecting the same number are low enough that I'll consider that a fairly sure sign that the reading is going to be accurate as well. At least, you know, a bigger chance than if I select 1, the number generator selects 4, and then I'm like, yeah, which one should I be watching them? Because I left 1 up to chance and 1 up to me. And they didn't correspond. So probably that's just me wanting to look at a reading. But there really is no pile for me there. There is no message for me there. That's how I work. You, of course, do whatever way you feel like. There are risks, always, associated with this, of course. If you watch a reading, and I'm going to make, I'm going to do readings on serious subjects, like, should I leave this relationship, or should I leave this job, or what does this person think of me, or so on. And if you then go, yeah, absolutely, I believe in this, I'm quitting my job tomorrow, I would feel responsible. So there's going to be disclaimers. These are general readings, and you selecting based on intuition, not to mention the fact that I'm just a human interpreting the cards, that could go so wrong. So we all need to be aware that this isn't, or rather, the other way around, this is a fun game. There might be actual messages, but I'm never going to claim to be channeling messages from spirit for you or something like that. Because if I do, and I'm wrong, I do not want to ruin your life with me being wrong, or you accidentally picking the wrong pile. That is just too risky. So, obviously, yeah, I'll have a disclaimer on the videos, but I wanted to mention that. If something really doesn't resonate with you in a reading, then don't do it. It's very important. Because you can't just hand your life over to internet fortune tellers. And if you watch a reading, and I'll actually not promise this, but in the beginning I will promise this. It depends on how many viewers I get. If you watch a reading and it leaves you with more questions or you need clarification, ask me in the comments. As long as it's not, you know, everyone and their uncle, I will try to answer. I will try to clarify as far as possible. I mean, I have a day job, I have a house to take care of, but as far as possible, I will actually do that, because I hate the thought of my fortunes causing problems for you. So, is there anything else I should mention in this, my very first video that no one is going to watch? Yeah, there will be no adverts. If I get enough viewers and people like what I do, then I will set up like a Patreon or something like that so that people can give if they want to. But the advert thing annoys me, because having adverts leads to making longer videos and just talking and talking and talking so that you can push the maximum amount of adverts in to make more money. I'm not necessarily, I mean, I love money. I want more money. I don't have a lot of money, but it is not worth it for me. To do the whole one advert every 10 minutes to make money off of people watching me just babble. So, I mean, I've been talking for 19 minutes now. That is not going to be the norm, or at least I don't think so. And there will be no adverts. If you ever see an advert on one of my videos, then that was put there by YouTube. And I think I can like demonetize them, and then there should be no adverts. Let me know if adverts start showing up, because then I need to do something about that. I don't want adverts. That's no. That I just don't like it. That's just me. Sorry. It would be wiser to make money off of the big corporations, but yeah, this is just me. I don't think I have anything else really. If you wonder anything, if you're curious about anything, if you love me or hate me or want to ask something, I love being asked things, because I'm not really big on the whole improvising, because what do people want to know? Most of the time it's just love readings, and I'm sorry, I'm not a big fan of love readings. There are too many variables, and most of the time it's like, does my crush love me back? That's a very popular reading I've seen. Does my crush love me back? And then it's someone you saw in the supermarket line and they didn't even notice you, and you're gonna watch a reading on how they feel about you when they don't even know you exist? Maybe not. Maybe a better one would be, what can I do to get my crush's attention? That would be a good reading. That would give actionable advice. So, yeah. But again, that's just me. And I may not be for everyone. I'm hoping. I'm kind of hoping I'm not for everyone. I'm kind of hoping that I'll find my people that like what I do. So, I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else to say now. So we're gonna cut it here, and my first video, which will be posted right after this one, will be on the theme. I mean, this is gonna be a series actually, because I like this idea. A friend asked me if she should swap jobs. And as I said, I love being asked things, because then I feel like there's a purpose to the reading rather than me just, yeah, let's lay some cards. I like having purpose with what I do. And she asked me if she should change jobs. So this will be a series with first one being, should I stay or should I go, job edition. And then there will be, should I stay or should I go, living situation, like house or where you live. If you should move, basically. And then probably, but I'm not sure, a should I stay or should I go job without, so like an open ending. She had 2 options and she wanted to know which one to choose. This might be a should I quit my job and just hope for the best, which might be a bit dangerous, but it will also give advice on what to do. So, and I'll probably squish in a should I stay or should I go relationship edition as well, even though I am a bit wary of those, but we'll see. So, wow, I've babbled so much now, I'm sorry. Anyways, hopefully I'll see you in one of my videos. If I don't, then I still wish you good luck. I hope you find a reader that's suitable for you, and I hope you have a beautiful life. If I do see you in my future videos, then I really hope that I can be a good reader for you, and that I can help you develop, help you take the opportunities that arrive, that sort of thing. I'm more about using this as a developmental tool rather than as a this will definitely happen tool. Yeah, I don't have any more now. That's it. Thank you for listening.